Hey everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so glad you're here. Welcome to our show. Tonight is extra special because I usually Zoom people in, but we are live on location at Annette ZITO of Kitchenette, her beautiful home. And it is the week after, Tuesday after the Oscars, and nobody does the Oscars like Annette of Kitchenette. And so we want to welcome you. It is March 12th. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also in the background there, she may join us at some point, is Nancy ZITO, famous designer, interior designer Nancy ZITO, happens to be related to Annette ZITO and their little puppy, Sugar Plum, who is the cutest thing on the planet. So Nancy is here to wrangle Sugar Plum, but she may join us. Okay, let's say hi to some of our guests. Danielle of Danielle Alexandria Alchemy has joined us. She's an amazing spiritual healer, medium, psychic, teacher, you name it, reader. Danielle is your girl. So if you want to get a book, a session with Danielle, which I highly recommend. I had one, I loved it, and I bought a lot of them for my friends and family for Christmas presents. It's DanielleAlexandriaAlchemy.com. So go and check her out, and Leo will run. There it is. Leo's the best there is. And there it is right there. So go and check her out. I can't say enough about Danielle. And I always say this, nobody pays me to promote anything on the show. I promote what I love and who I love. So speaking of who I love, Peter Feliciano of Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry has joined us. Good evening, ladies. Hello, Peter. Good to see you. The most beautiful, beautiful jewelry. This is, and Nancy and Annette and I were talking about art and the beauty of art and the value of art. And this is at the ground floor of somebody starting a company of fine jewelry. You get your pieces now, they're going to triple in value. So think about that. John Pietero has joined us. He's a writer. He's a drummer. He's a poet. He is a radio personality, musical historian, and his beautiful wife, Lori Towers, is here as well. She's a bass player, a DJ, a musical historian, a feminist, a publicist. So our friends are like kind of big shots. That's all I'm going to say. And next to me, the biggest shot of all the big shots when it comes to Oscar menus, when it comes to food in general, Annette knows her stuff. And Annette is the author of this book, Red Carpet Menus, which now is 10 years old, right?
Yes, it's an old book now.
So Annette, welcome. You know I love you to pieces.
Why, thank you.
Welcome, welcome,
love
welcome.
Being here with you. Love you. Welcome to my home.
This is Annette's home. This is not my home. My home is okay, but Annette's,
your home's beautiful.
It's fine, but this is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now, your sister Nancy is an interior decorator. Did Nancy help you with any of this?
She advised me. She was there are crowns over the doorways in my house, and I didn't know where to put them. And Nancy was like, "Put them over the rooms." And I thought that was perfect. All those crowns.
Oh,
because I have a thing with crowns.
Oh, I love that.
Like even I'm sitting on a throne.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm a little nuts.
No, but you like what you like. I'm the same way. I tend to like aquatic things, nautical things. I tend to. Oh, and the moon. I love anything that has to do with the moon. So,
beautiful.
You figure. I love any of that stuff. Okay, so Leo is scrolling all these things, these beautiful pictures. Those are from Annette's book. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to start the show by telling you, I'm not joking about this. This is on Amazon, and I love this book. And I have one. Rena has one. I know Dominic Pupa. A lot of our friends have them. Red Carpet Menus, Kitch Annette. So it's Kitch and then the word Annette, which is her name. And this is by Annette ZITO. And the recipes in here are all, I'm going to have you talk about it, Annette. They're magnificent. Tell me about this book first before we go into your new menu.
Okay. So what I've been doing since 1995, when I was 1 year old, apparently, because I'm so, I take the Best Picture nominations and I turn them into each picture gets a dish. And then lately, in the last, the last 10, 14 years, I've been turning them into cohesive menus. So it's one theme. So it's not like having pizza and Chinese food, because that is not, I mean, delicious, but I wouldn't have them together.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing. And that's what Red Carpet Menus is. It's from when I started doing it, which was a fluke that I never expected to do.
How did you start doing it? Because I'm curious.
I had a friend who, David Letterman was hosting the Oscars, and we love David Letterman. So it was decided that I should host. And I don't even know why I thought I'll take the Best Picture nominations and make food out of it.
Well, because you come from a food family. That's your background.
But it's just a weird, I don't even remember the moment. That's the crazy. And I think that year the movie Babe. So I was being really obnoxious. I was like, Babe ribs. You know, like it was just off the cuff, and it was just call your local Chinese restaurant and get your spare ribs because they're delicious. I was like, that's how it started, very basic.
Right.
And then it just became a thing that everyone had a good time, and I just kept enjoying it. And now it's
really, I mean, that's how it started, just as a fun thing. But then everything has a theme. Everything, you have appetizers, literally appetizers to dessert, right?
Oh, 100%. There used to be only 5 movies, and then they decided there was 10. Now it's anywhere from 5 to 10, meaning it's always 8, 9, or 10.
Wow.
And lately it's always 10 movies. That means 10 dishes.
Oh, wow.
So that becomes a lot, but definitely gives a nice breadth of delicious flavors.
Yes.
So you're not stuck.
All right, let's take a second and say hi to Rick Sudicaritas, who is our friend, who is an amazing screenwriter, songwriter, comedian, and also Mr. June in our calendar. I brought one of the calendars. Annette, and so Miss Sudicaritas, he is Mr. June. He's adorable. So Annette will find that. John says, what dish might you make for American Fiction? Ooh.
Oh, we'll get to that, honey.
Yes, we're going to go to
I love this dish so much. I am not being a braggart. This year's menu is amazing, but I had so much help on it. Okay,
so this is Rick. He's our friend. He's Mr. June. So we'll be showing him left and right June. So we still have our calendar. If anybody needs a calendar, they're only $10. Just let me know. I'll get one out to you. And Lori says, I'm ordering this. So she's ordering your book. Lori's the best. You would love each other. I'm going to have another party soon, I've decided, because my apartment is finally coming together. So I'm going to have another party soon, and the cream of the crop will be there. Okay. So I think we should just dive right into it, because it's already 9:10 and we have so much stuff to talk about.
It's basically like the whole show is go ahead, keep eating.
It is go ahead, keep eating. But I always reach out to Annette right about a month before the Oscars, and I go, okay, let's put in our book right now, the Tuesday after the Oscars, and that's it. So it started off that Annette came to my apartment and brought a few things, and then it's just easier that I come here because she has all her dishes here. So Annette, I'm going to let you just tell the story of, I think you had some help this year with coming up with names, Andy and Leo.
And my friend Andy Luke and Leo were harassed by me. They came up with amazing suggestions, and every suggestion got me to this menu. Period. Full stop. I could not have come up with it by myself. And I'm obnoxious. So if you say something that is a great suggestion, but it just doesn't feel right, and I go, that's great. No. And I sound so mean, and I feel bad, but
you're the project manager. You're the director of this.
I'm so appreciative.
We're simply muses. That's all we are. Simply muses.
Between you and Andy, it was so amazing. You're all wacky. And of course, you've never met Andy, and you would love Andy, and you'll have to meet Andy.
But I want to go by the Foodie Fairy. For next year, no Leo.
It's the Foodie Fairy.
Oh, I love
that. Even Nancy's laughing over there. Oh my God. I love that.
Sprinkling your adorable foodie dust on delicious menu.
So many conversations at 6:30 a.m. for me.
I just text him. Doesn't matter, we're 3 hours apart. I was like, so now I'm on this one, and I'm really like, it's not right, and I don't know what to do.
And I'm at 6:30 in bed. I mean, I'm hearing bring food. Bring what? What? It's the cats. No. Bring.
Sorry.
Well, right. I know Leo and I text really late too, and sometimes I'm like, oh, he's behind me or whatever. I'm like, this is really early for him. I got to stop texting.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rena Kunyali Berge, my cousin, who you know,
I love
Annette.
Rena.
Rena's the best.
Hi,
Rena
Willie
has
girl.
your book.
So
Rena has your
sweet.
book. Anyway, she says hello and happy Tuesday, beautiful ladies. Hi, Rena. I
Hello,
just
Hi,
saw you
Rena.
last week. We
That's
laughed.
all three of us, right, Rena?
Okay, so go ahead. Let's talk about what do we need to know?
Well, we need to know. So, what do we want to do? We want to go through this menu,
I-
and we want to talk about the movies as we go.
I'm gonna let you and Leo really take the reins on this.
And you're in charge because I'm gonna be the man behind the curtain.
Okay, we're gonna go
Let's
in
do it.
order.
Do it the way
He's
you
already
want.
got for the holdovers. Hold on. Oh, what do I have behind me? Okay, for the holdovers, we've got the rolled overs. The rolled overs is a beef and cheese roulade with a bourbon glaze. It looks a little shungad right now in the dish, but it's basically an elevated cheeseburger in a little pizza dough.
Oh, I love that.
That's what it is. And it uses shallots and mushrooms because everything is a French-ish
Mhm.
dish. So there's to me, shallots and mushrooms in the beef made it Frenchy. And that was because of the kid's name is Angus, so Angus beef.
Oh.
And the other two, the teacher Paul, or they called him Walleye, and the woman Mary loved their bourbon, so it had to have the bourbon glaze that was baked right in.
Oh, I
So
love that.
That's number one. And I loved that movie.
Okay, I have not
And
seen
congratulations, Davine. Davine.
Oh,
who
yeah.
won every award.
That's right. She won for Best Supporting Actress, right?
She won it across the board. I believe she won every event.
Every award. She won the Screen Actors Guild, right? She won the
Globe.
The Globe, and then
all that. She might have won the BAFTA.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I do know that she wasn't sure about her career. This is one of those beautiful, she wasn't sure about this career. She was ready to give it up, but she took this job. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I got so emotional during her speech.
Yeah, she was looked great. Every dress has been a hit because if we're doing everything, and we love our Joan Rivers. May she rest in laughs.
Right.
Fashion matters because of her.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just not the same since Joan's not around anymore. It's just I mean, the next morning, remember they used to have that show, and the next morning, and they would she could get away with stuff that now everybody would be complaining about her. Like these young kids.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to take it.
She'd be so canceled and love it.
I love it. She would go after everybody for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that was would you consider that an appetizer?
That is an appetizer. Could have gone either way, but I decided it was appetizer.
All right, hit it. Go ahead, Annette.
Okay. Now we're going for Barbie.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, dog. We've got Barbie. And that became little
oh my God.
I'm trying to make sure I get it in the camera correctly.
Yeah.
They are little
Here, I'll hold it while you talk
puffs with a raspberry wine sauce.
Come on.
In choux pastry. That's what they are.
Oh my God.
And that was because, it's a drunken raspberry compote. So
I love that.
It's a choux pastry because
she
is
That's it.
Exactly.
Barbie's all about the shoes.
What's the first thing that happens? Her footfalls.
Right.
That's what starts her journey. And I thought it was light and airy like Barbie Land, but rich and real. And then the wine in Ken, we added a little wine to that raspberry, and there you go.
Oh my God.
That's how that one got to be.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that movie, by the way. I love the Barbie movie, and was not a Barbie girl as a kid at all. My cousin Rena wasn't. My sister, they used to, me, no, I love G.I. Joe. I mean, it all made sense as I got older. But I got to tell you, this movie, if you haven't seen it yet, was fantastic on every level. And I knew that Ryan Gosling was going to be nominated. I knew it.
Yeah, he was so good in it.
He had so many different levels. That's what it was.
Yeah. And the song, what was the best song of the night? Not that it was the best song, but the best performance of the night was Just Ken.
I'm Just Ken.
I'm Just Ken. Oh my God. And just the way the production was and the outfit, and he that's the way it should be.
Yes.
Every performance should have been like the Tonys.
He made me laugh out loud in the movie and during. To me, that was one of the highlights of the Oscars.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right. And then when he went out into the audience and danced with everybody,
it was excellent.
That was hysterical. And he lightened things up.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes the Oscars can be a little heavy. And also, you know what? I don't. It's not that I hate it, but I always feel uncomfortable for some of the presenters because of what's written there for them. Like it's not always great.
And they don't pull
this year was much better though with the presenters, the 5 actors and actresses.
Oh, I love
that. Oh my goodness.
Very moving.
Yes. Some of them were amazing. Some of them it's like, why are you talking for that person?
And my mom dressed up like my mom. Allegedly, my mom dressed up like my mom.
Rita Moreno.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh my God. She hit it out of the park. She looked gorgeous. And everyone talking about age and politics, and I'm not bringing up politics, but that's 92.
Yeah.
Maria, take a bite. Take a bite of the brie. I want to see the.
They're so
we have the chance now that we can see you actually eat the food live.
Oh my God. It's got whipped brie. It's not just brie.
Whoa.
It was bad brie, so you whipped it?
You're right. I could taste everything. You're absolutely
right. I whipped it good.
I was going to be go back on the keto this week. I said, no, I'm seeing an addict.
Not till tomorrow. Tomorrow you can go back on the keto.
Whip that brie.
And I love brie. I love brie. Danielle says little Marilyn tribute he did with the performance. Yes.
Right.
So I'm Just Ken was kind of a tribute to
Diamond's our girl's best friend.
With that hole on his back.
Oh my God. He was so funny.
And Madonna, Nancy sang.
Who's Madonna?
Madonna.
Oh, right. Nancy Zito is absolutely right. Madonna did a takeoff of Marilyn Monroe, and she did Material Girl. And I'm Just Ken did a takeoff on that. I love it. And let me see. Danielle says, so that was Danielle that said that. And everybody seems to really like and John loved the bourbon. I know John's a bourbon drinker for sure.
Oh, it's an easy bourbon glaze.
I've made John many a black and blue Manhattan, which I muddle blackberries and blueberries.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I'm going to eat another one.
Yeah, they're here. I was so excited that I have every dish.
Oh my God. All right. Shall we continue?
Anatomy of a Fall was Anatomy of a Foul because there was alleged foul play.
I love it.
And, they are in this wintry French chalet. So what do you want but a nice creamy chicken soup? Now this is hard to show you because I didn't bring a spoon, but I get one.
That's all right. She's getting it. I'm going to hold this up while that little adorable puppy is looking our way.
Shugs.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is like Psycho Show. Okay. So it is creamy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the light is blasting it. Okay.
Oh, that's gorgeous, though.
It's a beautiful color. It's not as yellow as it looks to you. It's more creamy, orangey.
Yes.
Because of the pumpkin. Carrots. Yeah.
All right. So tell us about the soup. So tell us again, Anatomy of a Foul is instead of Anatomy of a Fall.
Right.
Okay.
And it's a chicken soup, a creamy chicken soup that is made with leeks and herb de Provence.
I love leeks.
Oh, I love
nobody
them.
uses leeks. It's like,
and they're so subtle and elegant.
Oh, they're beautiful. Thank you for reminding me. I got to get some leeks tomorrow. I'm going to get some leeks.
She's going to take a leek to her house. No, I love the leeks.
I do love them.
It's carrots, celery, onion, leeks. Sweat those babies. Throw in some chicken. Throw in some salt, pepper, herbs de Provence. Cook that for an hour. Take out that chicken. Squish it with your blender.
Whoa.
Throw back the chicken and put in some cream, and you've got a delicious soup.
That's it. Doesn't that sound easy? Annette makes things look easy. She makes things look easy.
That was I only do the things that are actually really easy because making 10 in one night. I'm always thinking to Oscar night and putting it all together.
Now, you
for
also
Oscar.
have people over to watch the Oscars, and
Yes.
people get to enjoy these delicious
100%. My whole
Wow.
house, like I put it back in order today for you to arrive.
Well, thank
But
you.
it was
It's gorgeous. Your
this
house
whole
is amazing.
wall was a buffet. The bar, the dessert table, the regular table. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you have some beautiful things here.
Oh, I thank you.
We were trying to, one of the things that Nancy and Annette and I were trying to do before the show started was figure out what would be our background. And because any wall would work. It's just spectacular here. It's a spectacular apartment. And I chose this because there's a Hirschfeld behind us, right? You want to tell us about that Hirschfeld?
Oh, well, I loved Hirschfeld since I was very young. I saw him at Elaine's once. I was very excited.
Really?
Yeah, it was like you weren't allowed to take pictures, and it was, we're talking film cameras. That's how long ago. And I wanted to buy him a drink. Oh no, you can't do that. So I had my two friends kind of fake pose because he was right between them.
Oh my God.
I know that's not nice. And
That's
I know
all
that's
right.
a
You
little
gotta do what you gotta
intrusive,
do.
but I'm so happy. So they were closing, the person who always had his paintings was closing, she died, and they were closing the
shop?
The townhouse that was selling everything. Happened to see it on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok.
Wow.
And actually, I was in Woodstock that weekend, and I said, Nancy, you've got to go to the thing, and I got to get a Hirschfeld. She got one. My friend Terry got one, and I got this one, Bringing Up Baby.
Oh, that's great.
So it's Kate Hepburn and Cary Grant and the
I
tiger.
love it. And then you have a ski thing there.
Oh, I forget the name of the artist. Hui Mountain is the website. She takes vintage dolls and she puts them in the snow and takes this photography.
And Annette, you are a skier.
I am a skier.
An avid skier.
I do love to ski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not a skier, and neither was Nancy. Nancy said no. We just,
I almost had to convince to take a lesson this year, but then there was no snow. Oh,
yeah,
well.
that happens. Yeah. Well, I grew up in Massachusetts. All my friends were big skiers. I was like, I tried it once. It wasn't for me.
Aw.
That's okay. All right. Oh, look who's joined us. Lynn Portis, genius. She's joined us. I talked to her today. She talked me right down off the ledge. I was so over. I have too much to do. And Lynn was just like, got me right back there. Okay. So, yeah, look at that. It says, Lori, she loves it. Little heart she has some beautiful artwork in this apartment, which we love. We're big fans of that. Love the Bringing Up Baby Hirschfeld of a famous movie. Okay. So Annette is obviously a movie buff.
Love a movie.
Now, what as a kid, when did you start loving movies?
From the beginning. I always loved movies. I was a kid who loved 1939's Wuthering Heights.
Really?
What kid is going to like that dramatic movie? To the point that I still love it, and I can see, like, Kathy is dead, and Heathcliff is over her, and he's going to grab her hand, and her hand comes up to reach him. Like, funny things that you just see in the production.
Right.
Right? And when you're at the window, the sky doesn't move.
And did I fall in love with Heathcliff? Oh my goodness. Heathcliff was just adorable. I mean,
Laurence Olivier.
Yeah, Laurence Olivier is pretty gorgeous.
I mean, he's major. And Merle Oberon. And I don't know, like I was that cuckoo kid.
You were that kid that loved it. Well, Leo, you were that kid too, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm raising my hand. Me too.
Yeah.
I see you, girl.
Yeah, I love that. Well, that's why you two are great girlfriends like that. Okay, so now Leo's so cute. Leo's the cutest. Me too, says Danielle. Danielle, you're an old soul anyway. We've talked about this. I was raving about you to the Zitos. And even though you're a young person, but you are an old soul.
And then some.
Brontes are everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Emily Bronte who wrote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I see what you mean. Okay.
And that's only really, that movie is only half the book. I actually read the book.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Did you read it in high school or did you read it before high school? Because it was assigned to us.
Wait, John, I love what John wrote. Is it safe? Because I know what that's from. That's a Marathon Man.
That's a Marathon Man.
I didn't know that.
Marathon Man. You're going to love Marathon Man. It's filmed in New York. And it's Dustin Hoffman. And Laurence Olivier plays this demented
dentist.
I know something about that. Is there gold teeth involved somewhere?
No, he's trying to get Marathon Man, who is Dustin Hoffman, to spill the beans on something, and he won't do it, and he keeps drilling. It's like,
okay. So
and he kept saying, "Is it safe?" He kept saying that to Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
And it's funny because when I think of Laurence Olivier, I go there too, John. So.
And I see Heathcliff.
Evil Dentist.
Mine's nicer.
See? Much nice. And then you know what else Laurence Olivier was in that I absolutely adored? It was called A Little Romance.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh my God. It was a movie made, I'm gonna say either late 70s, early 80s, and Diane Lane is she's like maybe 18 in it, 16 or 18. Stunning, gorgeous. And Laurence Olivier is this older gentleman that kind of guides these two kids that have fallen in love. He tells them about the Bridge of Sighs and how you'll always be together if you ride the gondola under the Bridge of Sighs. He's a little French boy and she's an American girl visiting. And I think they meet there in Venice. But anyway, it's a beautiful movie called A Little Romance, one of my favorites. So that's how I remember Laurence Olivier.
That's a good one to remember.
Yeah.
One of our former movie friends is just signed in saying yes.
Who is it?
Poopa.
Oh my God. Oh, we were talking about Dominic.
Dominic, darling. How are
My
you?
mom.
Yes.
I call him Ma.
I can't wait till tomorrow, Dominic.
Annette is a huge fan of your podcast.
Oh,
and
I'm obsessed.
And Nancy loves it too. So we were raving about you before the show started and your podcast. Yeah. So Dominic's podcast is called Fixing
Famous People.
Famous People.
And you can find it on all podcast platforms. And of course, it stars Dominic Poopa and
Chris DeRosa.
Okay, thank you.
I'm on the case.
I know. Annette was.
I listened to it, and I'm screaming by myself in my car, saying, "No, that's not right! Oh my God, you're so right!" It's like it's very immersive.
I love it, and I know Rena Cugnali-Bergi, my cousin, loves it as well. She went to see Dominic when he was at Club Cafe in Boston.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so there's a picture to prove it.
He's such a ham.
He is a ham.
NYC.
He's such a ham.
Oh my God, that couldn't have even been better.
Leo's really good with stuff. Okay, let's forge ahead.
For Oppenheimer,
move this over here.
Yeah, you want me to take it behind me?
No,
because I have to grab the next thing.
You grab the next.
Oh, it's this way. For Oppenheimer, we've got Porkheimer.
Oh,
it's a pork cordon bleu.
What? Oh,
well, he's got the poster there. They are little pork cordon bleus. They have Comté cheese, which is a nice melting French cheese.
Oh my God!
I fried the ham because fried,
right?
And it's made with cayenne pepper and topped with spicy honey because it's a food bomb.
That is
and
right
a flavor bomb.
Oh my God! And there's a little piece here. Little crusty
that
piece.
crusty cheese.
I'm gonna pull it right up.
Yes. Watch for the spice. It's really good.
Wow. Oh, and you're right. The spice at the end goes boom.
Yeah. Oh, you have your water. We'll have to get you some milk.
Oh my God, I love it.
They're just
that is so good in that.
Yeah. Thank you. Nancy actually put these together tonight. We made
Thank you, Nancy.
Ones. Oh, you're welcome. She was rolling them on command. Made them hot and spicy just for you, Marie.
I love it.
She was cayenning them up.
Nancy, is it okay if I pan the computer over so they can see you?
Yes.
Because Nancy is taking care of the little puppy. Look at how cute they are. Nancy is. Oh my God, she's so cute. Oh my God, I love that puppy. So Nancy is the behind the scenes of all that is exquisite.
Oh. Well, you'll be eating that.
And I'll be eating that after the show. But you're right. It does have like a kick.
Yes.
So that's part of, you see, you really thought this through.
Oh, yeah. I'm a crazy person.
Peter Feliciano says, hi, Nancy.
Hi, Peter.
You know Peter? You would love each other.
No, I'm
He's so great. You two would love each other.
Feel like they do.
Anyway, okay. So every detail. So, oh my God. Porkenheimer. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
I love that movie. By the way, what did you think of that?
Oh, I thought it was really good. This is how dopey I am. I saw it in IMAX. I went to see it, and I'm there. I don't know what my expectations were, and I was like, okay, that was good. That was good. I thought it could have been edited a little bit better.
Yeah, it was too long.
A little loose, like.
Yeah, I do agree.
But I watched it when it got to Peacock because it's on Peacock. Oh, we should also say if we know where the movies are.
Oh, okay.
The Holdovers is on Peacock.
Yes,
The
please, you do that.
Barbie is on Max.
I love Barbie.
Anatomy of a Fall, I think you can rent on different things. I don't think it's anywhere for free yet. And Oppenheimer, which I was just about to say, Oppenheimer, is on Peacock as well.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I thought Oppenheimer, I watched it by myself. I was at Judy's and she fell asleep. She was like, I'm going to sleep. I can't. And Judy has a really big screen TV,
Love
like
that.
gigantic. And it was really good, but it was loud because, you have all that. She kept yelling, turn that thing down. I was like, but I'm in the middle. Then I kept saying, it's almost over. Honey, it wasn't. It was never almost over. It kept going. She's like, I thought it was going to be over. Turn it down. So I had to turn it way down because there's explosions and stuff that happen in it.
Yeah, it's and Cillian Murphy won for Best Actor,
I thought he was
Robert
really
Downey
great.
Jr. won for Supporting Actor, and it's about
I
time
love
he won.
Robert. I love Robert Downey Jr.
Love him
for many reasons. He's adorable. Also, I love what he's been through and overcome.
Yep.
As a person that has that same struggle, had that same struggle, whatever. I really always rooted for him. I think I loved his speech. I thought his speech was great. And Jimmy Kimmel, although I love Jimmy Kimmel, I thought he was a little hard on him in the beginning. But I'm going to let that go because he did other things that were great. That's what comedians do.
And they have such a nice rapport when he's on his show.
Yes.
So they have their own
thing going there. So maybe that's why he chose to pick on him.
Yes.
But okay, do you want to forge ahead?
Let's forge ahead.
Let's do it.
Where are we? We're up to for Maestro. Where are you? All right, hold on. We've got Maestro Tato.
Oh, wow.
And Maestro Tato, I have to give the credit for this one to my friend Barbara.
That smells delicious. I can smell it from here. Are there
so
onions
good.
in there?
No, it's shallots again.
Oh,
It's caramelized fennel and shallots.
Come on. Come on. What in God's name?
And
what in God's name?
It's added with nutmeg. The potatoes are with the cream and nutmeg. And I forget what else I put in it. And then you combine it together and bake this sucker. And it is really delicious. I can't even pretend it's like there's nothing humble. It's just so freaking good.
Oh my God. May I please?
Of course you may, I please. It's all for you. All for you.
Okay. All right. Let me just say something. May I just please say something? The thing about Annette's food, listen, I love to eat. I love to eat. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite hobby. Everything. I think about food constantly. But the thing about Annette's food is it doesn't just have like that first bite, right? Where you're like, oh, that's good. It has like several layers. It just keeps, it sends different things to your brain like, oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, whoa. And at the end, you're like, what the hell was that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's a good one. I'm
going to say of all the things so far, that's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
The Porkenheim is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And the posters, so Danielle said, she said something about the posters. I'm loving the posters.
Oh,
you also you redo this.
Yes, I try to make them look as like a double take poster that I change it to the name of my dish. That's part of the puzzle of putting together the menu. The name of whatever it is has to work with the title of the picture besides relating back to it. Oh, and the way this one relates back is, he's created so many staples in our musical history, like a potato. And then you add in
like a potato. You see what I mean?
These are the discussions that are coming at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, what do you think? Are we having heart-to-heart religious ethereal?
I think that's how Italians roll. Nobody else would understand the way Italians talk and experience food. It's like nothing else.
Well, while you're eating food, you're talking about other food. It's just, it's the constant thing. And you know those people that say, oh, well, I eat to live. It's like, I don't want to be your friend.
I eat to live. Get the hell out of my face. Get out of here. Somebody get her out of here. No, this is my least favorite thing when people go, oh, I was so busy today, I forgot to eat. You forgot to eat?
No, what? If I don't eat because I'm that busy, I am horrified and I make up for it at the end.
What are you talking? How could you forget to eat? Maybe you're too busy to eat and you're like, oh my God. You know what I do? I reward myself.
Yes!
Like if I have a really big project, I say, Maria, you can't eat until you finish at least this part of it.
Oh my
and
God.
then you can have
This
a
is
snack.
why we're related, but
Yeah.
not related. Oh my God. I do that all the time. Oh, today, when I went to the store just to get the last couple of things, I came in and Nancy said, you bought potato chips. I was like, yeah, I need a little something right now.
Right, all the
I'm
time.
doing
Snacks. Every job I have snacks. Even if I'm on the keto, I bring my snacks right behind the bar. People laugh at me. I have my 2 Diet Cokes and my snacks. That's what I need. All right, let's
gotta be. I'm that Snickers person. I'm the Betty White unless I have a snack during the day.
Oh,
okay.
you're
Yeah.
a hungry person.
Oh yeah, I get it. The little kids come in like, "Can we go outside? Why do you want to go out? Let's go outside and play, kids."
Right.
They're
Yeah.
rotten kids.
I'm telling you.
WC Fields at them.
All right, let's do it. What do we got
So
now?
we've Killers of the Flower Moon is skillet with a flower bloom.
Oh.
And this is in the Native American culture, they have plantings called the Three Sisters. I think everybody who gardens and farms does that now too.
Oh, really? I don't know of this.
Because we don't do those things.
Oh.
So I don't know it either. And this is Andy had brought
Beans,
this up.
squash,
Squash,
and
corn.
And corn. Beans, squash, and corn.
Right.
The
And it
Three
has
Sisters.
whole beans, allegedly. So we've got, where's that?
This is all over my head.
Yeah. And so this is,
Wow.
oh, and then I topped it with squash blossoms. I just like put them in at the end.
Squash blossoms. Wow.
Well, that was the flower.
Oh, that's
how I
fantastic.
danced it in. So it's zucchini, regular zucchini, squash flowers, corn, haricot vert, French beans. Again, got to bring the French in.
There's a lot of French influence this year,
It's a
right?
French-ish dishes menu. That's the theme.
Oh.
So there's a French nod. And this one, my friend Barbara, once again, like of course I had to use sage. Oh, sage in Native American. Sorry.
Right. Oh, Sage
but
County,
yeah,
right?
so that was their thing about that was the tribe.
Ooh, that movie was heavy.
Very and
Very
real.
heavy.
It was
and
a real story.
That's a real story. If you have not seen that movie, you must see it.
It's excellent.
It's sad though. It's sad because you get angry at the way things go, and it's a real story, right?
And when I came home from watching that movie, I looked it up. The real story, because I always like to see when they do something that's based on reality.
Yeah,
is how close are we? It is amazingly close. The only thing, well, Three Sisters. They had 3 sisters in the movie. In real life, there were 4 sisters.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
I went with the 3 sisters because I'm one of 3 sisters, and this is 3 sisters.
Yep.
So we had that, and we fried the sage in the oil because it's all about the oil money.
It is about the oil.
That was part of
I gotta say, yeah, I have to taste this. So that's the bean.
Sauteed vegetables.
I love vegetables.
Yes,
I'm an Italian kid, you know.
I know. I knew this is up your alley.
Listen, Italian kids, we never had to be told to eat our vegetables.
No. I never understood that when I saw
that's
that on
delicious.
TV.
What are we having going on in here? That salt, pepper, what else? A little garlic?
No. Is there garlic in that? No. What did I put? No, it's just salt and pepper.
That's
no,
it?
It's the sage. It's the fried sage. I fried the sage first. That was Barbara's great suggestion. Then you pull it out, and then the oil has
I'm like,
the
something
sage
else is in there. It's not...
And then you put the sage in at the end again.
That is delicious. So Italian kids and vegetables. Let me explain to you. When our Irish friends would be like, anyway, my vegetables, we'd be like, what are you talking about? We love vegetables. It's fun. And also our parents knew how to cook vegetables. They knew how to introduce beautiful vegetables to us. We didn't just have like the things that the regular kids had. We had, I mean, you are in the produce business.
Right.
So
that's all the thing.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, the most amazing. And then when we were little, what were those things that speaking of flowers, that they used to deep fry? Remember?
The squash blossoms.
Yeah, squash blossoms.
Yeah, they stuff them. You'll find them.
But there's an Italian name for it. Rena, can you please type in? Rena will know. She knows.
Do you know him?
Nancy, the Italians used to call it a certain thing. And our parents would fry it. No garlic. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever.
You're not thinking of like the cordon, which is not that.
No, it's what you're talking about, but the Italians had a name for it.
No.
Well,
that's
something like
that,
yeah. No, Goguzza is
thing,
right. But Rena will type it in. That's fantastic, and I always throw vegetables in.
Yeah,
I love vegetables.
I know you do.
I love
and that's
vegetables.
why I'm very excited about our next dish.
Oh,
it's one of her favorites. What is her favorite thing in her meal usually? Her salads. And
that's
her salads
right.
are
I love
inventive
my
and
salads.
crazy. Past lives, Past Leaves.
Oh, Past Leaves.
And I went for Artichoke Hearts because it's about this story of these 12-year-olds went on a date, so like childhood sweethearts, and the girl's family moves to Toronto like the next day. And so they lose touch, then they reconnect, then they lose touch again. She is always leaving, he says at the end. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, Past Leaves. Oh. She leaves salad. Oh, I was like, woo!
Wow.
It's gotta be that.
Annette.
That's how that came up.
That's how Annette's brain works. I love it.
Insane. So I made the salad.
You know, I love salads. I love salads.
I know you do.
I love it.
And this one, it's microgreens.
It has saved my life. Well, this is a gigantic salad,
it's a big bowl.
Wow. It smells. I smell it from here.
Microgreens, radish, endive, artichoke hearts, as I said.
Whoa.
What am I skipping? Something else. Oh, asparagus, spring asparagus. Really.
Is that watercress in there?
No, that's the microgreens. And then it's finished with a lemon Dijon vinaigrette. What? Bam!
Are you kidding me with this salad right now?
This is a you salad.
Oh my God!
This is definitely your.
That's
you're gonna love
right.
it.
I love.
I know you're gonna love it.
I'm not gonna even touch that because it's gonna get messy, and I'm gonna want to eat
you're
the whole thing.
And it's that kind of salad.
Salads. That's the only reason I'm not 5,000 pounds, because I eat so much junk, and I eat and eat and eat. But I love salad, so I eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay, I'm getting ready for the next couple.
All right, and that was Past. Did anybody type in? Did anybody see Past Lives? Because my friend Bethany Vaughn texted me a couple of days ago, and she said, you must see this movie. I think you would really love it. And I do want to see it. I love romantic, interesting things. But so if anybody saw Past Lives, let me know what you think. Okay, everybody's saying zucchini flowers, but Rena might know. I forget, my mother called it something.
Yeah,
it was something Italian.
They didn't call it an
they
English
didn't
name.
Yeah, but it was just. Yeah.
Nancy's on the case.
Okay, here's Rena.
Oh, wait.
Fiori di zucca. Okay, thank you.
That I remember.
Which is Italian for zucchini flowers, but fiori di zucca. Okay, thank you.
On
the case, Rena, always the Italian representative.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here? I'm getting
so
hungry.
We're into desserts.
I love it.
So we've got 3 desserts.
Beautiful.
So now, American Fiction. Did we talk about that before?
No, not yet.
American Fiction.
I see.
I decided it would be all right. It looks a little, again, another thing that looks a little shingad, but it is a sweet potato pie souffle.
Sweet potato pie souffle.
And it looks a little deflated, but it's disturbingly delicious, and I've made it 3 times since I started this whole journey.
Disturbingly delicious. I love that.
Oh, it's
I love alliteration too.
And some people would use this as a side dish. I know I love alliteration.
Yeah.
They would use it as a side dish, but to me, it's all dessert because I topped it with brown sugar.
Oh, would you put whipped cream on that?
I would put whipped cream on that.
I love whipped cream.
Whipped cream. I have.
I think I'm gonna have to put a little.
Oh no!
Just a little.
We'll do that as soon as the show's over. We'll make whipped cream. Oh, yes. Easy. So I did this. It's a sweet potato pie souffle because now have people seen the movie? Because it was amazing.
All right. So tell us about the movie. If we haven't seen it, I have not seen it. What do I need to know about
Jeffrey Wright? He's an author. He's a very good author. He's very sophisticated, and he's very frustrated that his books don't do better. His books are not just in a fiction aisle. They're in the African-American section. That annoys him. Why can't it just be in the right section?
Okay.
And now he goes to a conference and sees a very popular author talking about her book, Issa Rae, who I love. And then she starts reading
Issa
from the
Rae,
book.
she's great.
She's amazing. And she's this very successful author. And she starts reading from her book, and it's all slang. It's all neighborhood African-American experience. And he's like, wait, what? And it's just crazy to him. So he's so annoyed. He gets a little bombed, and he starts writing a book called Pathology. But then he calls it Pathology because now he's going to write it in an alter ego as this very stereotypical guy named Stag. Oh. He gives it to his publisher or his agent and said, see what you can do with this. It's a joke. And it becomes the most successful thing he ever.
No.
Yeah.
It started off as a joke. And
it becomes very successful.
Wow.
To the point that he decides he can't go through with it, and he decides he should change the title to the F word. because because it's all like the white people are standing up like, yes, I'm very woke and your struggles are real. And so he decides he would change the title to the F word.
Oh my God.
Because they'll never go with it because he's mortified. What is he going to do? They go with it.
Oh my God.
So sweet potato pie souffle.
Wow.
Stag is the sweet potato pie, his alter ego,
Right.
but he is the sophisticated souffle.
Oh, I love that. You really thought that through in that.
Everything, baby.
Very
Everything.
nice. Now, Rena says, I love the sound effect on the whipped cream. Because that's what it sounds like.
Ready with.
To me, I mean, every morning I have whipped cream in my coffee.
Love
Every,
that.
Yes, and as it's coming out of it, because I have a little one, I just put the stuff in it, the Cafe Bustelo, and then the water, and you just push play.
Oh.
And my Ziana gave me that. I still have it. It's like 20 years old. I'm always like, please don't let anything happen to this, because I don't know if they even exist. And then as it's coming out, put the whipped cream in there, a Splenda. It's delicious.
Oh, I love that. What a way to start the day.
I know, exactly. Very clever, Annette, says Lynn Portis. Genius.
Yes.
Very
Thank
clever.
you.
Okay, Danielle, Maria, you're going to eat. Yeah, you can be eating right for hours. Yes, I can't wait.
It's an all-night buffet over here.
I love it.
So now we have For Poor Things, which is my favorite movie, and I wanted it to win Best Picture, knowing it wouldn't. I loved it. It's on the French spectrum. Well, I'm going to have to pick them up. Beurre wings, like beurre is in French butter. Wings, and they're little puff pastry wing cookies.
Okay, hold that up. There it goes. Oh, and they're like little hats.
Yeah, they're like, you call them a million different things. Elephant ears,
right?
Papillons, because that is a French butterfly.
Yes, yeah.
So they're buttery butterfly. And the reason why I did this was, and this Nancy made.
Nancy, way to go. Wait, we're scrolling. We're going over to Nancy now.
The Nancy Cam.
That's a Nancy Kim. That's right. There she is. Shugs is being really good.
Don't say anything. She's very calm.
She's chilled out.
She's very chilled. She was asleep all day yesterday from all the hubbub of Oscar night.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Poor Things, the reason why I wanted to do these cookies and Butterfly is because she's, again, the movie is about, she's a woman who dies but was pregnant. They take the baby brain and put it in the adult brain, and William Dafoe, the doctor, wants to see how she develops. It doesn't seem as dark as it sounds.
Okay.
And it's Yorgos, I don't know his last name. He did The Favorite. He's got a very interesting eye, and the cinematography was wonderful.
Cinematography looks beautiful.
Really like crazy lenses and anyway, her development is like she's going from the cocoon and becomes this butterfly in her life, Bella. It is a great movie, and it just hit Hulu. So
okay, good to know. I love that Annette is letting us know where everything is as well.
Yeah, I don't know where American Fiction could be rented. I don't think it's hit anywhere yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see that again. So that's that movie. It was wonderful. I suggest
I'm gonna have, while we are talking about movies, I'm gonna enjoy
crispy, crunchy cookie.
Wow.
You can't
go
wrong.
Perfect crunch. You know, sometimes when I buy these things, because I'm not crazy about these normally.
Right.
I wouldn't pick them out because they're kind of plain, but these are not plain at all.
You have to dip them in the
caramelized.
sugar.
It's almost like
it's supposed to be. Yes.
It is?
Yeah, because you take the dough and you put down sugar, you put sugar on top, you roll them out, you fold them up.
Oh my God.
Then once you cut them up, you dip both sides in sugar before you bake them.
This is so good. And
so the recipe, I mean, my recipe, I actually told you how to make puff pastry.
Wait, you know what I'm going to do?
You can just buy it and do it.
I'm going to take this. I'm going to dip it in.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dip it in. What is this again?
That's the sweet potato pie souffle.
Forget about it.
That was a good idea.
Oh, my God. Now it's a party.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That one's good. And the last thing, we're finally at the end of this long menu. Oh, it's gotten a little machine.
That's all right.
For the zone of interest, this is crazy. So for the zone of interest, I've got the Dome of Intartest. It is an apple honey meringue tart.
Wow.
Now this one.
Hey, say that again.
The Dome of Intartest for the zone of interest.
Wow. I don't even know what to do with that. I'm going to keep eating.
Oh, my God. You keep. Go ahead. Keep eating.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
this one, people, this is the movie that everyone should see and no one should see. It is disturbing but important.
Oh, okay.
That I loved it and hated it. Like, it's amazing. And because of the subject matter, basically it's like watching a family doing mundane things, only they happen to be living a budding Auschwitz in the 40s, not like now. And the man who's the head of the family is an officer named Haas, who was a real person who did get hung, so he paid for his crimes, but that doesn't pay for him. One life for the lives he took, please.
Right,
I can't.
right. Wow.
So I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to. I was very disturbed, and Leo can tell you, and Andy can tell you. I was like, but it was not good. Like, I had to come home and watch a few episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm to get my equal back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want to glorify the movie because of the topic. So then
But you're right. It's an important film.
It's an important film. But what I did was I turned it around to the people. They really don't show who's over the wall. And I thought it should be about who's over the wall. And they did have this thing about these apples and pears being hidden for the prisoners. But for me, I thought, what is a dessert that gives life and has meaning? And I thought, for Rosh Hashanah, people make apple honey tarts, apple honey cakes, apple honey breads.
Oh, I love
that. So
I
decided I would make a dessert for the Jewish people.
Oh, how nice.
And then the dome was, it's charred on the outside because it's a meringue. And underneath is all the sweetness. Like, for everything they did, they couldn't be successful. So the sweetness, the life still lives.
Oh, wow.
I know it's deep.
Very deep.
It was such.
I mean, what are you going to do? That's your movie option. You have to do something.
And I couldn't glorify the movie, so I had to glorify the people, which is why
That's
my
very
poster,
nice.
the real poster, does not have lights coming over the wall. I put the lights over the wall because this is a hopeful dessert for those people. That's the light.
I love that.
So that's how I went with there. That I give myself a little credit for because that one was hard.
Wow.
And I was very
There's like a little light
it.
at the end of the dome.
Exactly.
There you go.
And you're safe under this
I love that.
charred out exterior.
Look who's here. Bill Goffey. Bill Goffey.
Bill, baby!
We love you. We were talking about you earlier.
Biscotti Bill.
And Biscotti Bill. And also his amazing pictures.
Yes.
Bill takes beautiful pictures. Go to his page. And also Bill does headshots, people. I know a lot of our friends need headshots. Bill's your guy. Bill, I'm going to get some new headshots soon. And then I told Annette she's going to invite you to the Oscar party next year so you can take pictures of her food.
No one's ever invited. You just tell me if you're coming.
Oh.
That's the game. If you want to be there, you just tell me.
I like that.
That's how it rolls.
All right. Sounds good.
Because then, I don't remember to tell everybody, but I'm doing it.
And this is the last one,
That's
right?
the last one.
Well, let's put this closer because
it's hard to see. The light is a little
I
intense,
love meringue. I love meringue.
I was so proud of the meringue because I had never made.
Meringue's hard, right?
Yeah, it's just knowing when to stop.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's just you whip that sucker, and my mixer whips it, not me.
That's like me eating. I have to know when to stop. There's no such thing.
It's like when you stop, when it's gone.
When it's gone.
I'm a scavenger food person.
All right, so let me just take a little piece of this apple.
Yeah, the apple is it's good. It's a simple crust. The tart is easy. I literally put apples and honey. I'm not like people will say it's an apple honey tart and they use sugar. I'm like, cheater.
That's really good.
It's nice. I was very proud of it.
Oh, you should be. That's very subtle.
Yeah.
But really nice.
It's sweet enough. It's not going to knock you out.
It's right. It's not overkill.
Because of the meringue, you don't want that sweetness coming out of all the apples.
Yeah, otherwise too much.
And I used Honey Crisp to play into my theme, plus Granny Smith, because you need a little tart.
Yeah, I love that. Very nice. Look at how
Ta-da!
Oh, I love that. I love a good meringue.
I'm sorry. Did somebody call my name? I heard tart. What?
Oh! So Leo, you Annette was telling me that you helped out a lot with this. No,
he had no choice.
Part of the conversation.
What
was some of those brainstorm meetings like?
Andy,
right? Your friend Andy?
It was a fevered thread.
What was it? I don't know. I think I started texting you like weeks before the nominations came out, like something that came out of my mind because I think I had watched the holdovers.
Yeah.
And so,
That's
and
how I
so
remember the movies.
yeah, and so that's what we started. I started typing with her. I'm like, oh, this is going to become one. And then we started the conversation, and then we jumped to where you added Andy in, and Andy came in,
Right.
and then we were all
She
just
was doing the same thing to me backwards too. Like
yeah.
we're both exactly, and I'm like, I can't talk about it till I know what the nominations are, because so many years I'm planning things based on what I think is coming out, and then it's like now I'm wrecked because I
We were
really
pretty on point though. We were
no, yes.
we were like we were like 7 out of the 10, I think.
Yeah, the zone of interest was a little surprising because I had
Yeah.
never heard of it, but it was up for the Golden Globes, and Poor Things I had never heard of. I said, "What
Yeah,
is this
I
Emma
didn't.
Stone movie I never heard about?"
Me neither. This year I was really behind. Some years I'm pretty good at catching up. This year I said, "Nah, I'm going to have to watch them afterwards." Now, before the show was over, I wanted to have Nancy on, but I think it might be a problem because the puppy. Unless can you? No, I just
No,
come
we
on.
can
We
do
want
that.
to meet Nancy Zito,
Come.
who we're going to have on another show
She's
in her
sick.
own right. But we
Sit
want you
down.
to know who Nancy Zito is. This is Annette's sister,
Oh,
Nancy. Everybody say hi to Nancy. Look how cute
Hi,
they are.
Nancy.
My older sister.
Oh, really?
My very little.
Don't. Listen, I'm the
And
older
I love
sister
her
too.
so much.
I'm
I
the
love
older
you even
sister
more now.
too, but I mean, you don't.
She's littler, but she's older.
All right, she's
By
wiser.
only 360 days.
Now, Nancy is an interior decorator.
Designer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we are going to have her on her own show coming soon. So
Woohoo.
we're going to work that out. But we did want to introduce you to Nancy Zito, who we love. And she has been sitting with little Shugs over there, who has been very good, I think.
Yes, she
Yes,
hasn't even
down on
tried
the
to bark.
couch.
She likes when people are in the house. When we're not here, then she's barking for everybody to come to the house, and that's the problem.
I know. All right. So the show's almost over, but I stay here for a second, Nancy. So we like to tell people, I mean, at the end of a show, I always ask our guests, what is something that a few words of advice you would leave our guests with, I mean, our listeners with, to keep creative, stay creative always. What's something that you would tell other creative people if they're like, I'm throwing in the towel? What's something about being creative? Nancy, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, you're going to start with me.
Why
I
not?
have to be creative every day at work.
Right.
So when I don't feel like being so creative, I look at magazines. I look at I just go online and I just type in, colors
So you
or
look for
something like that.
inspiration.
Yes. I try to look for inspiration. And sometimes you see it in certain things that you don't expect to see it in.
Right.
I walk home from Grand Central to Chelsea and I look at doorways. I look at different, signs, things like that.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
Yeah, that gets me creative.
Oh, I love that. Looking at other people's and signs from the universe. That
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
those signs like on the street. Or
yeah, but to me,
signs
that's signs from the
yeah.
universe
Yes.
because you're just walking home, right, randomly,
Yes, I look
and
around.
and we don't always look at the right. We just look around. Some days we see different things.
Yeah.
So you are staying open to the universe.
Yes.
That's how I look at
You
it.
look through windows into lobbies, and
Yeah.
restaurants to see what's going on in there.
Wow. Do you have a favorite time in history as far as interior design that you're like, oh, I just absolutely love that decade?
Not
Or
really, actually. I'm
So-
more modern. I do like more modern design, more clean lines of design, but I love color.
okay,
Well, I will say that she one time designed a restaurant.
really?
First of all, she designed
For school.
when she was in school, she had to design businesses. She designed a makeup store that it's as if Sephora found it and did it. Only more
Really?
elegant. She was right on target. But she also does not eat seafood, and she designed an Italian seafood restaurant that I don't want to even talk about it. I want, if any of you or know of anyone who's opening up or wants to open up a seafood restaurant or an Italian seafood restaurant, we have the name, we have the idea. I can't even get over how good it was.
All right.
It was just like gorgeous. And I'm not.
And
saying
Nancy, do you have a company you work for, or your own company?
No, I
or
work for a company. I work for a builder in Westchester,
Okay.
New York.
All right.
She's
Well, we're
a
gonna have.
reverse commuter.
I love that. We're gonna have Nancy on the show to talk about her beautiful work very soon as she is available, because she's very busy. But we wanted to introduce you. Okay, we are gonna sign. Oh, and Annette, you have to give us some. You have to give us some words of creative wisdom.
Oh,
I mean,
just don't give up. I really was getting not happy about like the dome of interest. And you just have to let yourself off the hook, go do something else. Sometimes it's just like any kind of brain block.
Yep.
You just have to find something that makes you happy for the minute. Like I came home from a movie that I thought was impactful, but it made me feel down.
Right.
And I put on Curb Your Enthusiasm because that made me laugh. And it freed my brain. And I thought dome from zone.
Right.
I couldn't figure it out. Rhymes weren't working. So you just have to give yourself a break. It's going to come to you.
Yep.
Your brain does work in mysterious
and also,
ways.
if you're studying or doing anything, they say that the brain can only take in 20 minutes worth of stress at a time. And then it kind of shuts down. Yeah. So if you're at past 20 minutes and you're like, take a minute, do whatever. Usually I eat, but you don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. Play with your dog, turn on some music, watch a little TV, and then go back and your brain kind of recalibrates.
You definitely need a break or else it just builds. And the pressure from not getting to the right answer for whatever that means to you or whatever you feel is the right answer, that it becomes the problem, not the solution that you were looking for.
Right.
That you can't get to. I mean, the frustration becomes the animal.
Yeah.
And you get what you fear, so never worry that you're not going to get it.
Oh, I love that. Leo, will you join us, please, as we say goodbye to our listeners? Peter Feliciano says, good night. Love you mucho, guys. Yes, we love you too. Kevin Collins has joined us. So, Leo, I don't know if Leo can, but we want to tell you, come back and see us every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is Maria from What's the Story with Maria. I am here with Nancy Zito and Annette Zito. We love and appreciate you. Leo, give us a big kiss at the end. We love Leo. Everybody loves Leo.
You can do it yourself.
Great job, Leo. Good night, everybody. There's Brendan
Good night,
Ryan.
everybody.
Good night, Brendan Ryan.
Good night.